Hey loves, I am back. I am back. It is raining outside. It is a sleepy day. But before I doze off, I wanted to come in and talk about great activities, high vibrational activities that will provide self-care for you. This is for everyone, but this is also for people who, you're at home right now and the children are home. So anybody can use these tips. These are great tips. And I always talk about raising your vibration, and I'll get a little bit more into that. Oh, perfect. I can share it to my group. Awesome. Awesome. So I'll get a little more into that before I am done here. But self-care at home and with the children, and I always encourage laughter. So do a lot of laughing and giggling and playing. I know that is something that parents do anyway, but with the children home, and I don't know, some school systems it's till September or indefinitely. People don't know what's going on. So you want to go ahead and get your mindset in that position. Just position your mindset. Okay, the children are going to be around, and some people, and I'm saying it like this because some people get a little stressed when they have to figure out working and what's going on with the children, and if they're working from home and the children are there and how they're going to be entertained, or but so that's why I'm even bringing this up. So you laugh and you giggle and you play. That actually reduces stress. It increases endorphins, which is, they say it gives you the sensation almost like it's a happiness hormone, and it like gives you the sensation of like morphine and all that. I've never had morphine, so I don't know, but I do know that I love laughter. It does raise the vibration, and it also stimulates the heart, lungs, the muscles, as well as circulation. I am looking at my notes here. Dance offs. That has to be my favorite. I love dancing. My knees aren't what they used to be, but I am considering partaking in a few dance offs. Hello there. Give me a high five or a wave or something. I cannot see any comments right now. Let me see what happens if I do this. Show me some love and just give me some hearts and say hello and where you are. Are you in my town or in another one? I'm talking about self-care things to do for people to do, even with families or without families. It works for everyone to raise your vibration, during this time. And I always talk about raising the vibration, and I will get more into that before I'm done here. But I'm giving you some things, some self-care things that you can do, and they are active self-care. Like you have the usual rest and all that stuff. But this for me is high vibrational, and that's what I'm encouraging. Dance offs. That was the second one. The first one I was talking about with the children, just enjoying time with the children, giggling, laughing, playing, and reducing stress and all that good stuff. Dance offs, it moves the body, and showing off your dance skills also adds more laughter. Yeah, who can't use more of that all the time? If you, I don't know if any of you seen Dick Van Dyke. He is one of my classic faves. Dick Van Dyke was a dancer back in the day. And he had the Dick Van Dyke Show, but he was also on the original Mary Poppins. He wanted to be on that show so badly that he actually foregoed his pay, or he paid a fee to be on the movie or something like that. Anyway, I love Dick Van Dyke. I always have. He is light on his feet with his silly self, but he is walking around. I think he's 90 something now. He's 90 something years old. And he said that his secret to a long life was, it's not that critical. It's a lot of laughing and always keep dancing. So that's what's up. And this is true. Like, it's the same thing when people say exercise and you're moving your body and stuff. It's the same thing. Hey, Shalita Shropshire Woodson. It's been forever. Thank you for stopping in, love. It is good to see you out here in these E Street internets. Another thing, sing-offs. Sing-offs and karaoke also releases endorphins. That I didn't know. But according to Time Magazine article that I read, it releases endorphins and oxytocin. And oxytocin It's said to relieve anxiety and lessens stress. I love to sing too. Now, I'm more of a choir voice, but I like to sing solo. I'm not a soloist, but so that's always fun. And yesterday I did talk about, or I did post about singing, especially if you have a beautiful voice. Why not go out on your front porch or your balcony and just get out there and bellow it out? Music is healing. If you are musically inclined, I would encourage you to do that as well. It just feels good. Art, and I always say this because compared to like the sciences, the maths, and all of that, like that left brain stuff, art is, I feel, just as important. It's just as important, to our overall health, to our high vibrational frequency. So sing as often as you can. Even if you can't sing, it brings laughter and you're having a good time with yourself, even if you're alone, and with your family. I sing a lot and I dance a lot by myself. I don't need an audience. I'm just, it's all about having fun. And also it said to lessen feelings of loneliness and depression. That is according to the Time magazine article I was just telling you about. Another option, of course, movies and games, board games. That's always fun. And I'm sure everybody does that a lot anyway. But it does bring the family together. It's kind of hard to play a game by yourself unless it's solitaire. And I like solitaire, but I'd rather hula hoop, sing, and dance if I'm by myself. Arts and crafts. I'm going to be doing some arts and crafts this weekend. Finally, I am so excited. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a smudge wand and maybe a crystal wand. And I might do it live either on Facebook or I may record a YouTube video. But arts and crafts spark creativity and you have something to hang on to when it's over with. And what I would recommend too while you're doing this, especially if you have children in the house, go around the house and look at things that you have not used and see if you can reimagine them into something else and create a whole new use for them, but using your art and craft skills. There's a lot of things that you can use. I have some very old YouTube videos that I did several years ago that I'll go ahead and share just to help spark some ideas for you guys. But that's one of my favorite things, just upcycling and reimagining old things and creating them new. First of all, it helps saves the planet and it saves your pockets. You can make a purse. Okay, that's a designer, one of a kind handbag that you do not have to go out and buy. There's so many things, but that is, I'll show you guys the video so you can get some ideas. And I know there's a lot of creative people out here already. I know who you are. And hey, Angie, how you doing? Oh, it's good to see you in these East streets. Go ahead and, what was I saying? Girl, you done threw me off. I'm all excited. Hey. You know how I get when I'm speaking in public. Do me a solid, you guys, and share this video with anyone that you think may need it. And let me get to the next one before I start babbling. Okay. I have actually gotten through everything. These are all self-care things that I'm sharing. Angie, if you weren't watching, I just shared some things that you can do self-care wise while you are in. I know not everyone is 100% in, but a lot of people are. And then you got the children that are home from school indefinitely in some states. So I wanted to get out here and share that information. And all of the self-care stuff that I'm sharing is to help raise your vibrational frequency. Okay, and that, just to give you examples of vibrational frequency things: gratitude, love, patience, laughing, smiling, singing, dancing, kindness. You get the gist. Happy attitude. Vibrational frequency, high vibrational frequency, low vibrational frequency behaviors: anger, fear, depression, worrying, feeling bad, sadness, jealousy, judging people and yourself, pettiness, just all of that low hanging fruit type behavior. And the reason why this is important and why I talk about it, seems like ad nauseum, is because a lot of us want more. We want greater. And what I try to teach is, in order to get those things that we want, we have to be in alignment with them. And so if our energy is down here and what we want is up here, we're not going to get, it's not a match. It has to be equal. So anytime, and I mean anytime, just think about karma. When people say karma is not always bad. It's good and bad. And it's true. What you do comes back to you. So every time you go into like that low vibrational frequency, just hurry up. I mean, we're human. So I know sometimes we're going to need a minute to go through something. We're not going to be happy and positive all the time. That's just, not realistic. But recognize what it is and then hurry up and scoop yourself right out of it. Hi, Miss Timberlake. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. And so what you do is you bring yourself back out of it so that when and I'll give you guys another example. People, and this has probably happened to you, it's happened to me. Oh boy, I can never seem to catch a break no matter what I do. You ever been there? But then if you have not been behaving on the same, high vibe frequency, and you've allowed yourself to get caught up in that low hanging fruit of those low vibrations, whether it's self-pity, whether you might feel like, well, I'm a generally nice person, but yet that's great. But are you judging yourself? Are you being too hard on yourself? Are you walking around worried about things all the time, things that you cannot change? And that's our job. Our job is to co-create the life that we want. Our job is to not worry, but do the things that we can. Do everything that we can towards what goal we have, what we want, and then leave the rest to the people that get paid the good money. Some things are out of your pay grade, and I'm talking about God. It has nothing to do with religion. Whatever you believe, whoever you believe in that created you. I'm talking about God. For me, that's God. Some people call it source energy, Allah and all that. God for me, and whoever it is for you. It's the same concept and principle. It's the same thing. So you leave it to God. You cast the burdens over there, but handle what you can. And so these are things that you can do to keep your vibration high. And I talk about anytime you fall low into something, you cancel it. I've caught myself plenty of times. I'm like, oh, but what if? Cancel that. And then I hurry up and whip into something that's positive. If I got to look at, Animal Planet and watch puppies and stuff. If you got a dog or a cat, you got to cuddle it up. Whatever it is, your babies, whatever it is you need to do to raise your vibe. I might do a goofy, silly dance. I might sing or something like that. A couple of tunes, watch cartoons, whatever it is. It might seem silly, but it is real. It's real. So I am jibber jabbering. Let me look at my notes to make sure I have touched every base. And you guys, this concept is super easy. It is super easy. You just have to believe it. And it's a process. It's easier for some than others, depending where you are. And we're all in different phases in our lives. It is a process, but always remember that you can handle what you can handle, and the rest you cast away and act like nothing ever happened. Keep your vibe high and then just wait for the doors to open. I'm telling you, it is like everything you touch turns to gold. You have to believe. You have to keep the faith. So with all of that said, After all of these activities, it's time to relax and then go to sleep. Envision the life that you want. Envision the things that you want in your life, and really think about it. Daydream. Daydream as if it's actually happening. What colors, what smells, what do you feel? I will get with you in the next video, okay? But remember, go ahead and share this with and ask any questions. Hey, Angelique. Hey, thank you for tuning in. And thank you for commenting. I appreciate you guys dropping by. Go ahead and share this video with anyone you think needs it. Also, if you want to continue these conversations, you can click the link in above. That's my Facebook group. Right now, I am doing these lives on my personal Facebook page, but eventually all of my content and my teachings will be over in my Facebook group, The Beautiful Community. Okay, I am T.J. Sykes, and I help people expand their minds so they can be in alignment with who they really are and live a happy and abundant life. Okay, I'm visualizing with feeling. Yes, that's right, Angelique. That's right. Because when you do that, you're going to be calling that in. And that's when we talk about abundance. And it's like it's a big deal. It's a lot. Let me just say it's a lot. It gets deep. It gets deep, and it's more than I can cover in this one short video. But it's abundance you're calling into your life. It's a manifestation. All of that. So again, I'll be doing more chit chats about this stuff in my Facebook group. So anyone that you think is also serious about expanding their minds and living in their purpose and just enjoying their life, send them on over. There are 3 questions that you have to answer to get in. That way you can gain entry in your thank you. That way you can gain entry and your requests won't just be floating out there in dark space. Okay, until the next time, you guys, live simply and be kind. Positive vibes.